Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
We're back.
All right, good.
And we are back to talk about Ashwin's favorite theory of arousal and performance. We've already
Yes.
discussed the inverted U and the catastrophe theories. And now we're going to discuss what you call the Goldilocks theory.
Yes.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears for people that know the story. And I'll let you kind of describe the theory and why you call it the Goldilocks theory.
So it's called the individualized zone of optimal functioning.
I get to write the long one, of
He gets-
course.
Probably spell it a little bit better, so that will help out as well. So individualized zone of optimal functioning, all right, is similar to the old fable. All right, I'm sure all of you had at one point had it read to you, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So what was Goldilocks and the Three Bears just briefly about? Remember?
I can't think and write at the same time, but now I do remember.
Yeah.
Goldilocks broke into the Three Bears house, or found the Three Bears house when she was on a little bit of a hike.
Yeah.
And she decided that while she was there, she was going to try some porridge. She was going to try their beds. And we both have young kids. I should know the other thing that she does, but she does something else. And there is a mother bear, a father bear, and a baby bear.
Yeah.
And so each of them have their own separate porridge and their own separate beds. And what Goldilocks finds is that often one of them is too hot or too cold, and one is just right. Or one bed is too soft and one is too hard and the other one is just right. So she's always looking for the one that is just right for her, which is what this individualized zones of optimal functioning, or IZOF, if we want to make it a little bit more simple, model suggests.
Yeah. So in this case, if we're looking again, this is all about arousal. We all have optimal zones in which we perform. As we talked about before, I perform best when I'm at around a 2 or a 3. All right, so it's kind of like I just woke up out of bed. That's when I perform best. Is like I just woke up and now I'm on the field. I'm getting ready to play. Now, Noah, on the other hand, from his experiences playing sports, might be a little bit more kind of up there. Like that's where he performs best, is at around a 7, maybe a 6 or a 7. So what this nice little graph explains.
And this one's great because it is the simplest explanation, and the simplest explanation is often the most true explanation. And as Ashwin is showing you here, what this one suggests is that everybody has their own zone. So individualized zones of optimal functioning. In other words, everyone has their own zone at which they will perform at their best. Ashwin might be a little bit lower. There are many people who might be in the middle, and then maybe someone like me likes to be a little bit higher on the arousal levels, where I like to be a little bit more excited, maybe a little bit more energized, and maybe even some cases for some people they like to be a little bit angry and be a little bit upset with their opponents when they are playing. And as you can see, this is just a generic example of 3 potential athletes, and we're measuring their performance and we're measuring their arousal levels. And you can look at this first person, and this first person might be Ashwin. And as Ashwin is performing, he's in his zone under low levels of arousal. So he needs to again be relaxed. We might have this person here in the middle, and they perform at their best when they're on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5 or a 6, a 4, 5 or a 6. And then here might be
Vanessa.
Yeah, our friend Vanessa. And then this might be Noah. I might be in this zone when I'm a little bit higher. So this is a really, really great theory, and is again Ash refers to as the Goldilocks theory, because what we're trying to find out is what is just right for each person. So Ash, talk a little bit about the application of how we might use this if you're trying to help an athlete or a person perform better.
Well, one of the things that's really challenging with this is that coaches sometimes have the one-size-fits-all approach. So a coach feels, I'm going to yell, and I'm going to yell to give the best pregame speech ever. And so the coach will yell at the athletes, and some athletes that might pump them up. They might be in this area where Noah is. Like that gets them to where they need to be in order for them to perform well. Some players, though, like to be really quiet before a game. Some players like just to kind of reflect, maybe laugh, goof around. And that might push them into an area like here or here where they're not as comfortable. So what we want to be able to find out is that the more we get to know our athletes, the more we get to know our teammates, we know that once we kind of find out where each individual feels most comfortable, we allow them to try to get into that state. The more we try to force them into areas that are outside their comfort zone, that's when it can become problematic.
When I'm yelling and screaming, all the people here love it. The people here like Ashwin, they're saying,
Don't like
settle down. This is too crazy for me. when I'm too calm and relaxed, these people love it, and people like me might say, come on, you got to give me some energy. I'm not really excited enough. So the best coaches are the ones who give everybody on their team a few minutes on their own time to do whatever they need to do to get themselves ready, whether it's listening to really relaxed music like you might listen to, or some people are listening to really heavy metal, crazy music to get themselves going, banging their head against the locker. So finding out what a person's optimal zone is and giving them a chance to get to that position.
Yeah, that's it. I think we nailed that one.
I think we did.
That was good.
Goldilocks. Remember Goldilocks.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to remember it. All righty. Well,
It's
thanks
just
very much.
right.
It is just right. All right. Thank you so much. And we're done now.
We're out of here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll get something to eat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Some porridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want mine medium. I don't want it too hot. All righty.
All right.
Thank you.